Anyway, dear devotees, let us begin, and then we'll start with the Vandeham, as we normally do. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavams Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitanscha Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratvijay Namaha Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. All right. Oh, more. Vishaka Didi is in London. All right. All right, and I have news that Devashish Prabhu has, I don't know if an operation, but something in London at the hospital. So he's okay, but he may not attend. Oh, okay, so here we are, dear devotees, and we better start on the theme of the golden gift of the Golden Lord, the theme given by Devashish Prabhu. And I think every single one of you has been quite Gauranga, Golden Lord conscious these last few days, because it's been Gaurapanima and the appearance of the Lord. And the appearance of Gauranga, of course, he appeared with Harinam Sankirtan from the moment he is appearing in the world. All the way through his pastimes was showing the glory of the holy name of the Lord. So I do have some excerpts, and the translators at the usual URL, the translators have those too. And I thought, where are we? From Revealed Truth, so it's excerpt number 5 for the translators. From Revealed Truth, Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj speaking. So Kum Kum has something to say, maybe others of you. We've got Rasamayi Pandita with us from London, Ananda Sarupini, I see from London. And so we are the London Zoom, but we are here wherever we are, trying to represent Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. And Srila Guru Maharaj, of course, Srila Bhakti Rakha Krida Dev Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And this evening, we've been listening to Srila Gurudev this evening, and very happily. And here we've been listening to Srila Prabhupada also, Srila Prabhupada's wonderfully transforming voice, telling the glories of Gauranga Mahaprabhu's appearance. So, and with that verse, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvijay Namaha. Srila Prabhupada expressing that verse, how Gauranga Mahaprabhu didn't only come to show the holy name, but he came to give the holy name. He came to give Krishna Prema through the holy name. So from Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, we've been hearing today, within the last half hour, and also Srila Prabhupada. Now from Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, in Revealed Truth, Srila Gurudev is saying, and it's a short excerpt, it won't be long, and he is saying, the supreme gift the supreme gift of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra has come to us by the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the divine form of Radha Krishna combined, who appeared in Navadip Dham to distribute this process of chanting his holy name. He is the worshipable deity for the age of Kali. And because he is the giver of the supreme gift, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he is Parama Karuna, the most merciful Lord. And then Srila Gurudev quoting from Padma Purana, Satyam Kali Yuga Vipra Shri Hare Nama Mangalam Parang Swastya Yannang Nrinnang Nastyeva Gatiranyata. And quoting from Brihan Naradiya Purana, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam Kalau Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatir Anyata. And Srila Gurudev's own words saying, Mahaprabhu taught everyone, in the age of Kali, all auspiciousness can be found only in the chanting of the Lord's holy name. Harinam Sankirtan is the only way to attain the highest auspiciousness. Then Srila Gurudev saying, in this age, it is not necessary to read a Ganges full of scriptures. It is only necessary to chant the Lord's divine name. Chanting the holy name is most appropriate for the conditioned souls in the age of Kali. Especially during this age, the mundane world is full of sorrow, and happiness only comes to the conditioned souls through chanting the Lord's holy name. And happiness only comes to the conditioned souls through chanting the Lord's holy name. So don't try any other way to get happiness. Okay, continuing. The Lord descends from Goloka Vrindavan, where his divine play is always flowing with all varieties of charming qualities. And he descends from Goloka Vrindavan in the form of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the age of Kali to protect everyone with his beauty and ecstasy. There is no alternative, actually, to trying to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra without offense, to happily trying to chant with faith, love, and affection. Hare Nameva Kevalam. It is necessary to always, and here this is in italics, so this is expressing, Srila Gurudeva stressed that in his words, and here in italics. Hare Nameva Kevalam. It is necessary to always chant the holy name and to not do anything without chanting. Chanting the Lord's holy name is the goal of life, and the soul is supremely benefited by it. And it's a little bit more, just a bit more. It's all connected, and to emphasize, to rub it into us, this necessity. So again, this word only keeps coming up. It's only 4 letters. Only. What does only mean? It means only, yes. Our only necessity is to connect with the wave of devotion descending from the transcendental world through the Lord's holy name and offer ourselves for its purpose. By chanting the Lord's holy name, his transcendental form will be revealed in our hearts. The Lord's name will firmly connect us with the Lord's Satchid Ananda Vigraha, his eternal, fully conscious, ecstatic form, which is seen and served by great souls like Brahma, Narad, and Vedavyas. Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhu has prayed, Nikila Shruti Mauli Ratnamala, Duty Nirajita Pada Pankajanta, Ai Mukta Kulair Upashyamanam, Paritastvam Harinama Sangsrayami. 2 paragraphs more. And that is, the translation of that is, O divine form of the holy name, your lotus feet are worshipped by the Vedas, Vedanta, Upanishads, Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and all the other scriptures. All these scriptures, along with all the liberated souls, offer arati to your lotus feet, you being the holy name, your holy name. Please be merciful and give me your divine service. I fully surrender at your lotus feet. It's all to the holy name. So then Srila Gurudev's words, Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhu glorified the holy name in this way. And there are so many more verses in the scriptures about the Lord's name. Nothing anywhere compares with the position and power of the holy name. By chanting the Lord's name, our mood of devotion will increase. The illusory environment will leave us, and our feelings of transcendental ecstasy, charm, beauty, and love in our relationship with the Lord will increase in our heart. With those feelings, we will be unable to leave the association of the Lord's holy name and service. There. So every day is a festival. And you see, Hare Krishna. This is from Srila Gurudev. I have here, actually, we've got several excerpts, but while we're heavily saying the glories of the golden gift of the golden Lord, coming with the holy name, infused with all of this from Goloka to this world. Then from the loving search for the lost servant, a few words from Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakak, Sri Hadev Goswami Maharaj. And loving search for the lost servant. Srila Guru Maharaj saying, Prabodhananda Saraswati has described the prerequisite for understanding all these things. Well, okay, all these things. He's been describing about the glories of the holy name. So, Jata Jata Gora Padara Vinde Vindeta Bhaktin Krita Punya Rashihi Tata Tatot Sarpati Hridya Kasmar Radha Paramboja Sudhambu Rashihi. And this verse, the translation is, as much as you surrender to the lotus feet of Sri Gauranga, you'll find yourself safely situated in the service of Radha Govinda. Don't try to approach Radha Govinda directly. If you do, there may be some difficulty. But the lotus feet of Sri Gauranga will take you there safely. Then Srila Guru Maharaj says, in my Sanskrit poem dedicated to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, I have explained all these points. So this verse, famous verse given by our capable preachers, that is, repeated often by our capable preachers. It's a verse by Srila Guru Maharaj. Shri Gaurannumatang Swarupa Viditang Rupagra Janadritang Rupadhyay Pariveshitang Raghuganay Asvaditang Sevitam Jivadhyay Abhirakshitam Shukashiva Brahmadi Samanitam Shiradapada Sevanamritam Ahota Datum Isho Bhavan. Okay, it's our last Sanskrit verse. And Srila Guru Maharaj, so what he's giving in this verse is, what was sanctioned by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by his descent was intimately known only to Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami. It was adored by Sanatan Goswami and served by Rupa Goswami and his followers. Raghunath Das Goswami tasted that wonderful thing fully and enhanced it with his own realization. And Jiva Goswami supported it and protected it by quoting the scriptures from different places. The taste of that divine truth is aspired for by Brahma, Shiva, and Uddhav, who respect it as the supreme goal of life. What is this wonderful truth? Sri Radha Pada Sevana, Sri Radha Pada Sevana, that the highest nectar of our life is the service of Srimati Radharani. This is most wonderful. Oh, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, you are our master. It is within your power to allow them to bestow their grace upon us. You are in a position to bestow the highest gift ever known to the world upon us all. It is at your disposal. O Bhaktivinoda Thakur, please be kind to us and grant us your mercy. Then Srila Guru Maharaj saying, so Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our most benevolent Lord, has come to search for his long-lost servants and to give to them this highest ideal of divine love. Hare Krishna. Anyhow, you are all devotees, you have all come attracted by the generosity of the pure devotees to share Mahaprabhu's teachings to the world. I'm just having a quick look if Devashish Prabhu arrived. Not. No, okay. No problem. So we'll hold the fort, as it were, and just simply say that we see Srila Guru Maharaj's expression to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, praying that you are holding this grace and you can grant this to us. And similarly, Srila Guru Maharaj is holding that grace. Srila Gurudev is holding that grace. And it is our prayer to them that we may come to this super gift of the Super Lord, the golden gift of the Golden Lord. So we had a couple of quotes, one from Srila Gurudev, one from Srila Guru Maharaj, and both of them showing to us that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's coming with the highest gift. There are so many more places where we can see this, and we are reading in the mornings, because we're reading it now, it's the best book ever. But the golden volcano of divine love, which also Srila Guru Maharaj expresses, the golden volcano of the divine lava of love, lava coming out of a volcano, and the lava of love. So that golden gift of divine love, Krishna Prema, this is being given through the chanting of the Maha Mantra. And that Maha Mantra, like the homeopathic globule, depending what is inside that globule is what will be the effect. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us inside this Maha Mantra, this Krishna Prema of the highest order that Srila Guru Maharaj was describing just now from the Golden Lord, and that is being given by our Sampradaya, one by one, to the world. Hare Krishna. And this morning we read in Loving Search for the Lost, in the Golden Volcano of Divine Love, we read that quite famous part where Srila Guru Maharaj is saying, Krishna consciousness is so simple. If you want it, you can have it. Mahaprabhu wants to give it to us, but we only have to want it and actually want it. So we must not cheat ourselves. We must really want it and we can have it. If we cheat ourselves, well, we can be nicely cheated by the illusory environment. So it's a good idea not to want to cheat ourselves. Yes, we have Kum Kum Devi Dasi with us here. And I'm sure Rasamayi Pandita already knows she's going to be asked to share something, because she's our London representative today in East London. And she's in West London, but it's close to East London, almost as close as Vila Govinda. Vila Govinda only takes 2 hours to get to London. It takes 2.5 hours to get to East London from West London. Okay. Now Kum Kum Devi Dasi is here, and she's got a computer with her. She's armed.
My Dandavat Maharaj, all of the wonderful Vaishnavas here, and it's true that we've been thinking about these points, the golden gift from the Golden Lord, so much. This is a great fortune. And I was thinking about this, something from the introduction to a book, a summary of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. And this is called The Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And in this introduction, he's revealing something of what Srila Rupa Goswami has spoken about, this great gift that we've received here, are receiving. He says, Srila Rupa Goswami, a confidential devotee, taught for more than 10 days continually by Lord Chaitanya, wrote, Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gora Trijay Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is more magnanimous than any other avatar, even Krishna himself, because he is bestowing freely what no one else has ever given, pure love of Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada continues, Lord Chaitanya's teachings begin from the point of surrender to Krishna. He does not pursue the paths of karma yoga or jnana yoga or hatha yoga, but begins at the end of material existence, at the point where one gives up all material attachment. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna begins his teachings by distinguishing the soul from matter, and in the 18th chapter, he concludes at the point where the soul surrenders to him in devotion. The Mayavadis would have all talk cease there, but at that point, the real discussion only begins. As the Vedanta Sutra says at the very beginning, Atato Brahma Jignasa. Now let us begin to inquire about the supreme absolute truth. Rupa Goswami thus praises Lord Chaitanya as the most munificent incarnation of all, for he gives the greatest gift by teaching the highest form of devotional service. In other words, he answers the most important inquiries that anyone can make. So I'm very inspired by this beautiful summary of our great fortune to hear from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Other philosophies may study even Mayavad or Karma Yoga, or Jnana Yoga, or Hatha Yoga, but they're only talking about material existence and material attachment. And then all of Bhagavad Gita, it opens with spiritual knowledge, and the end of Bhagavad Gita is about the soul surrendering to the Lord completely. So how do we do that? For that, we have the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as given by our gurus, this greatest of all gifts.
Jai. And I am sometimes gently shocked that when we play some audio in the temple and we ask the devotees, do you Oops, we asked the devotees, do you know who is, sorry, wait one second. I'm trying to be helpful here, but okay, I'm not being very helpful. Anyway, I'm sometimes gently shocked that we play something and it's like a little bit, we think it's a little bit clear. And then we ask the devotees, can you understand? And okay, a little difficulty to understand. But then sometimes I've asked, do you know who is speaking? And then the gentle shock comes that no, they're not familiar with the voice, which is a little sad because we should try to hear when we get a link or something to Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj or Srila Prabhupada, we should try to hear their voice, because even if we don't know English, but everybody here, well, knows English or Russian or Portuguese, but even if we don't know the language, then the expression comes through. When we hear Hare Katha in Russian, when we hear Hare Katha in Italian or Portuguese without knowing the language, it is special. But then when it's coming from Gurudev's mouth, of course it's giving us in Bengali or in English, then that Hare Katha, it's carrying some special current with it. So anyway, I was going to show you, I was going to play you Srila Prabhupada's words, but I think I've lost the plot here. But oh no. And it's got some background music. We didn't put it there.
Mahaprabhu, it will be very difficult to understand.
Oh. But how to get it to the beginning? Is that okay? So this is Srila Prabhupada. Just for everybody.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful incarnation to bestow upon us Krishna Prema. So Srila Rupa Goswami says, Namo Mahavadana, Krishna Prema Pradaya. He is giving a direct Krishna Prema. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is so unlimited that he is helping not only to understand Krishna, but also he is giving.
Okay, I apologize on behalf of Facebook. But anyhow, you heard Srila Prabhupada's voice for a few minutes. And by the way, Facebook's gone on to something completely different now. So what can we say? Is it Jesus, is it?
I think it's somebody's idea.
Somebody's idea of Jesus. Okay, anyway, you got to hear Srila Prabhupada's voice on a very similar theme, by coincidence, as it were, to what Kum Kum Devi Dasi was expressing. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sadhvi Devi Dasi is asking, or maybe something above, or sending obeisances and then asking, saying, Hare Krishna, may I humbly ask from her grace Kum Kum, she's right here, are you still have the book reading on Zoom? If may I humbly ask for your, or for that link?
Yes. So
Oh,
how
okay.
should we get that to you, Maharaj?
Can you send it to me on WhatsApp?
WhatsApp.
Okay. Yes, Sadhvi will. Oh, look, Sevarupa's already put it there. What did you put there, Sevarupa?
Dandavats. I just put the link you were trying to play now, Gurudev.
Okay. I should have given recognition from where the link came first of all, then it may have worked properly. So here's a link to what I was playing just now on Facebook, or trying to play unsuccessfully. I don't have a good relationship with Facebook. I'm not its fan, so it doesn't treat me well. You see, if I give it some praise, maybe it'll do better. Okay, we'll send you the link in a short while. And now, in the meantime, Pandita Devi Dasi, you've got a contribution on behalf of the London side of the world. Ananda Swarupini Didi is here. Hare Krishna. Yes, Pandita Devi.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavat Kum Kum Devi, Dandavat to you all. So lovely to see you. I have to admit, it's the past couple of days have been quite busy, so I think we're all a little bit tired. So I hope I make sense. But I just wanted to say that like it's been so lovely these past couple of days, the festival at the West London Temple, and I'm sure at the East London Temple because we're there always in spirit as well. But we had so many devotees come for the festivals, and it's just been it just felt like very joyful, auspicious, and always so nourishing to be with the devotees. And we got to see many old friends came to the temple also, again after a long time. And so it's always so inspiring to reconnect and really come together in Harinam Sankirtan. And like the most joyful and inspired and enthusiastic Harinam Sankirtan in honor of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's divine appearance day. And we were also saying Happy New Year because it is the start of our real new year, and an opportunity to reflect on the year ahead and take stock of our spiritual practice, of course. But I have, in thinking of what to contribute to that, and Maharaj is mentioning Golden Volcano of Divine Love, the last shloka that Srila Guru Maharaj gives in that book as a conclusion to the whole book came to mind. And with your permission, I was hoping I could read it out because it's the best hearing from Srila Guru Maharaj directly.
Okay, so it's from the Golden Volcano, yes?
Yes, I can actually copy it into the chat.
Okay, that's good if you can, because then the translators have a better chance to do it.
Absolutely.
See, we're having a little mercy on you, Hari Gopal Prabhu. Having a little mercy on you. I think our Chaitanya Maharaj, she won't have any difficulty to, but Hari Gopal's very young and practicing. By the way, Hari Gopal gets the prize by the Russian speakers for his translation. He's the best Russian translator. We don't tell him though, otherwise he'll get proud. So don't let him hear this part. Hare Krishna.
Oh, it's not letting me send it because it's
Okay.
too.
Send it to me on WhatsApp and then we can put it, because it'll be too long. Zoom only lets you do a short bit. Otherwise, just read it if it's not too long.
Okay, I think I got it now.
Well, you've got one of my other section of quotes here too.
It's that most beautiful one again. Most beautiful verses. Krishna Lilamrita Sar Tara Sata Satadhar Dasadi Ke Vaheja Hoite. Say Chaitanya Lila Hoy Saravarakshoy Manohangsha Charan Hatahate. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami is saying, what is Krishna Lila? It is the real essence of nectar. It is the gist of sweetness, happiness, and ecstasy. The sweetness of the sweetest thing that can ever be conceived is represented in Krishna Lila. Then what is Chaitanya Lila? In Chaitanya Lila, that sweet nectar of Krishna Lila is flowing in all 10 directions, in hundreds of streams, as if from a fountain. That fountain is Chaitanya Lila. Although Chaitanya Lila appears later than Krishna Lila, Chaitanya Lila is the source, the foundation. We see that Krishna appeared in Dwapara Yuga, in the previous age, and then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared later, in Kali Yuga. Still, their Lila is eternal. First, there is the giver, then the gift. And the gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that in all the 10 directions, he is distributing unlimited streams of sweet Krishna Lila to the world. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami concludes, "O devotees, come. Like so many swans, you must swim in the lake of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. From that lake, Krishna Lila is flowing to the world in different streams. Devotees, like clouds, take nectar from that lake and distribute that nectar freely to the fortunate souls. Come and live in that lake. Ask the swan of your mind to take shelter in that lake. May that swan swim in the nectarian lake of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life and precepts, from where so many hundreds of streams of nectar are flowing in all directions. O devotees, I offer this humble prayer to you." So that is so beautiful, and I always remember that verse and as the conclusion of like this whole beautiful, beautiful book where Guru Maharaj elaborates on the whole Shikshashtakam of Mahaprabhu, and it is so gorgeous. So that's what I wanted to share. But I have a question for you, Maharaj. We can't hear you.
I said for me, not for Kum Kum.
Oh, either. Either yourself or Kum Kum Devi. How is it that
The question is, yes?
question is how is it that the greatest gift, the highest gift, is distributed to the most fallen? How is it possible?
Okay, Kum Kum.
Well, this most fallen soul is not very qualified to answer, but what I have been told by numerous completely merciful spiritual masters and those senior to me is that it's because that is his will. He's always wanting more than anything else to experience the love of the fallen, the lost jiva souls, to persuade them to come back to him. So he's ever trying to attract us. And this is the sweetest thing to him. This love, anything that the devotees offer to him is the main thing that he wants. And what he wants more than anything else is the love of all of the jiva souls, every single one of us. And so the ones who are the most determined to go away from him are the most fallen. He's canvassing that we will nevertheless come back to him. And by the grace of Lord Nityananda Prabhu too, they're all together trying to get us.
And my answer? One word.
Please, Maharaj.
And what is that word?
Love.
Love.
Yeah.
Okay, oh well, that's better than what I was going to say. I was just going to say achintya, inconceivable. But we do get some, we get some clues, but how can we know what the Lord is thinking in one sense? How we can know by following the clues of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, those who have expressed the Lord's nature. And the extraordinary thing is that the Lord in this age, this day of Lord Brahma, which is once every 4.3 billion years, plus another 4.3 billion years for his night when we all go basically into deep sleep. But once in a day of Brahma, then the Lord himself comes, but he comes in order to taste the sweetness that Srimati Radharani feels. And so in this age, that's his primary reason for taking the form of Gauranga. But that is so astoundingly tasteful And Mahaprabhu is seeing the suffering souls. And then he just wants to distribute that. Why these people are suffering? They should have this. Everyone should have this. And sometimes if we have something very tasty or we read something very beautiful, we think everyone should read this, everyone should hear this, everyone should hear this talk of Gurudev. Like so many times we say, this is the best ever, the best chapter ever, the best audio, the best talk we've heard ever, things like this. But Mahaprabhu, he's tasting the best thing ever. And he's thinking everyone should have this. And then he's coming to give that. But we have to be able to take it. We have to be able to receive it. Then Srila Gurudev is saying, make yourself into a good receiver. Be humble. Be more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. And I know I'm not more tolerant than a tree. We saw these machines that pick the fruits off the trees. There's a kind of nut that they make, you know, Nutella, that you spread on your there. We went, when we were walking the Via Francigena last year, doing some pilgrimage walk to Rome, we were passing through the orchards where they grow those nuts. But how those nuts are harvested is a ugly, big machine goes down there and shakes the trees violently and catches all these nuts under the tree. And I thought, what does the tree think? And I thought, if I was a tree, then next year, I'm not going to give any fruit to this machine. You know, so the tree, he's very tolerant. Next year, he's still going to give you the fruits for that machine that's coming and just shaking the tree. Not even any thank you, not any personality. So anyway, just to give some idea that how tolerant is a tree, much more tolerant than us. And then we think that yes, Mahaprabhu, he's given to be more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, give all honor to others, not want honor for oneself. This way you'll be qualified to take what is being distributed by him. He's giving that gift, but he's telling us how to receive that gift. And then to constantly chant the holy name of the Lord. Kirtanya Sada Harihi. And whatever we do, we should be chanting the name of the Lord. What did we read this evening? We read something where we must, whatever we do, we must always chant the name of, when we're doing anything, we're doing something all the time, we should take the name of the Lord. We read that in the temple.
Yes, to always be chanting,
Yeah.
no matter what we're doing.
Always chanting. We came from the temple room. We've been in the evening program here, so we've been reading other things, hearing other things, singing other things. And today, by the way, if you'd like to share what we sang, it struck me it's a while since I've wanted to be a dog, and so we sang that song of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, that I just, please, you are the Lord, you are the dear Master. Please, I just want to be as your dog, as your dog. I'll stay outside your house. You can chain me outside your house. I'll stop the unwanted party from coming in, and my food will be the remnants of the devotees, the Vaishnavas, who have taken your remnants, dear Lord. And that will be my food. I won't try to do anything for myself. I won't try to do anything for myself. I'm yours entirely. And if you call, immediately I'll come, nachite, nachite. I'll come dancing and dancing, wagging my tail. Say, yes, 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 what can I do? So this song we sang this evening, and we sang Mayura Mukuta, and some more songs too. Hare Krishna, Gopinath. Gopinath can be a little sad because it's emphasizing how fallen we are. I mean, not Gopinath is sad, but the song to Gopinath. it's making a petition, really how fallen we are. We are relying on your grace. And the noose of the material world, twice in the Gopinath songs, is saying, the noose is there around my neck. The noose of material enjoyment and material conception. But the dog one, Sarvas, what's the first line? I put the thing away. Anyway, Tomara Sarvasva, something is the first line. It's in the songbook. You can all read it too happily. Sing it also. Sing it at the top of your voice for the neighbors to hear. Hare Krishna. Ananda Sarupini Devi Dasi. You may speak in Italian, or if you speak in Italian, Chaitanya Moy can translate it into English. Oh, but she has to translate into Portuguese too. So you better translate it, you better speak in English.
Dandavat Maharaj, Kum Kum Devi, everybody. Yeah, English is, my mother tongue is, definitely will choose English. Just want to reiterate what Pandita Devi was saying. What a wonderful weekend it was. I was at Hatton Cross this time. And it's always so wonderful and special when you visit Maharaj, and this time Vishaka Devi was with us, so we had that mercy there, and just with all the devotees together, so life-giving. And I guess some reflections I've been having, just all the things we're reminded all the time by our masters, so all of you, like and it's always like fresh, like thinking and advice, even though it's like the same thing. We're reminded, but this thing about how can I be an instrument for Gurudev? How can I, like, and the only problem is, self-interest, ego. Yeah, how can I be an instrument for, like, the Lord, the environment? How can I be of service to the environment? How can I do so? And that's like, just, I don't know, I don't know what I'm saying, just the eternal target every day. That's all I want to say. Yeah.
And we read a quote earlier on. There is, so this was from Srila Gurudev in Revealed Truth, where he said, there is no alternative actually to trying to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra without offense, to happily trying to chant with faith, love, and affection. And then Hare, this is what we read, yes, and Hare Nam Eva Kevalam. It is necessary to always chant the holy name and to not do anything without chanting. Chanting the Lord's name is the goal of life, and the soul is supremely benefited by it. And then the service of the holy name came, that the service of the holy name is to distribute the glories of the name, to distribute the name, to tell others about the Lord's holy name. Hare Krishna.
And one more thing, Maharaj, if I may, just like say, like, going forwards, I might have, like, feel very deflated and no faith in, like, my own abilities. But the very good news is, well, basically, to be explicit, I have you, my Gurudev, and that's where everything lies. So I can't really fathom my fortune.
And what am I doing if you think that that is valuable? I'm trying to get everyone, see who is Gurudev, what Gurudev is doing, who is Guru Maharaj, what Guru Maharaj is doing, who is Srila Prabhupada, what is Srila Prabhupada doing. And there we are getting guidance, proper guidance, affectionate guidance solid guidance, truthful guidance, pure guidance, everything. But we can also say our fortune, we have hope because we are the most fallen. And actually, Maheshwari, she gave an answer before why the Lord distributes. She gave a one-word answer. My answer was achintya, but she gave one answer, mercy. We are the ones who need it the most. There we are. Hare Krishna, very sweet. Yes, Ananda Sarupini, many thanks. And Subhasini Devi Dasi, she is with us also, and she's very close to England.
Dandavad Maharaj.
Oh, I lost you,
Kum
Shravan.
Devi.
Yes, Subhasini Devi, the golden gift of the golden Lord. By the way, Devashipu told me that in England, long ago, way back in the past, then the first edition of Prema Dharma Deva Stotram, which we sing in the mat, 10 verses every day, that the first edition of that was called the Golden Gift of the Golden Lord for the Prema Dharma Deva Stotram, which I thought was interesting. I said to him, I don't recall that. So he was looking for a copy. Yes, Subhasini Didi, kindly.
Dandavad Maharaj, Dandavad Kum Kum Devi, Dandavad all the devotees. Actually, I was thinking about when Pandita asked this question, the answer actually is in the book, Golden Volcano of Divine Love. That's the same answer. It's so I just found that page now. It's just 2 paragraphs. Probably I can read that one. Sometimes people ask, why did Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu choose to give the highest conception of divine love, Krishna Prema, to the lowest class of people, to the people of Kali Yuga? So this is the question actually he was asking. But that is the very nature of Sri Chaitanya avatar. Why did the gopis, who are considered to be the most exalted devotees, come from a neglected social position? What is the meaning of the highest conception of magnanimity? What should be its nature? To help the most needy. And because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes from the highest position, he cannot give ordinary things. And his attention must be drawn to the most needy. Is it unnatural? The highest magnanimity must take notice of the lowest and most needy. And if he wants to help them, he will do so with his own coin. He cannot distribute to them only glass or stone chips. When he has the opulence of jewels and gems, why should he search for stone chips to distribute to the lowest level? He must extend to the lowest and poorest people what he thinks to be the real wealth. So that's Guru Maharaj answering that question. Very beautiful.
Wonderful, Subhasini Devi. This, if we only hear this today, then we've got great fortune from the gathering. Jai. And what would you like? Would you like to share anything from the Subhasini Bhavan? Do you have a name for your house? Because it's almost an ashram. You've got devotees coming there all the while. This week, Sripad Sridhandi Maharaj is coming there.
Yes, Maharaj. Very fortunate to have all the devotees, yourself and the Vaishnavas come. Very fortunate to have you there. I don't have a name, Maharaj. You can give a name. So, I was actually thinking about the beautiful composition Guru Maharaj gave us, this Prema Dhamma Deva Stotram, and of this, and so when there is one verse, Guru Maharaj himself actually quotes that verse. Also, that's number 66, Atma Siddha Savalila, that beautiful verse. Maybe I can just read that one.
Please do, yes. This is the
Yeah.
verse about the dynamo, right?
That's right. Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
Please do read the verse today. Sanskrit and English, because the Sanskrit is so beautiful.
Okay. Atma Siddha Savalila Purna Saukya Lakshanam Swanubhava Matta Nritya Kirtanatma Vantanam Advayaikya Lakshya Purna Tattva Tatparatparam Prema Dhama Devameva Naumi Gaura Sundaram. This is the all-conquering conclusion. The highest conception of the ultimate reality must also be the highest form of Ananda, ecstasy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, ecstasy himself, tasting his own sweetness and dancing in ecstatic joy. His own holy name is the cause of his ecstasy, expressed as dancing, and the holy name is the effect of his ecstasy, expressed as chanting. The cause is the effect. The dynamo is creating ecstatic energy which makes him dance, and his chanting distribute the ecstasy to others. I offer my obeisances to that beautiful golden Lord, Gauranga Sundar, the divine form of Krishna Prema. Jai.
I mean, everything is about beauty, sweetness, love, ecstasy, eternality, ever-increasing joy, beautiful life. This is Krishna consciousness. Do we want it? Then we can have it. That's the promise. Hare Krishna. Subhasini Devi, very grateful, very, very much appreciate. And we have to say, very much appreciate the company of all of you here to make a Sankirtan gathering. During these last few days, we've been reading so much, hearing so much about Mahaprabhu. And Sankirtan is not only with Mridanga and cartels, it's the Harikatha in congregation. And so by you all coming together, then also it's a very beautiful congregation. And we're all, we can think, seated on asanas, seated on the seats in a beautiful temple room. And only one thing missing, two things missing. It's not so feasible to chant Hari Hari Nama Krishna. And unfortunately, they haven't found yet how we can distribute rice, dal, sabji, chapatis, rasgullas, and all other good things as prasadam over the internet. But otherwise, I mean, really appreciating the presence of you all. And we're both here seeing the names of all of you devotees, of all of you who are here, and the pictures when you've shown a picture, and your moving selves when you see you. So we're very happy. And Nadia Sundari, I thought she was a dog person, but she's with a cat. Just see. Cats and dogs. All right. So all of you, I mean, if I start mentioning names, I'm going to miss somebody out. So I better say to each of you, one by one, we are both seeing all of your names and appreciating your presence. And we are all here to appreciate and give the jais to Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rockok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Vishnupad Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. And Om Vishnupad Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. And our whole Sri Rupanuga Guru Vaga Ki Jai. Sri Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Present day Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda, and unlimited millions of devotees Ki Jai. Srimati Tulsi Devi ki jai, Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. The Golden Lord Gauranga Sundar ki jai. The golden gift of the Golden Lord, Sri Krishna Prema, through Sri Harinam Mahamantra, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. And Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha. And our senior devotee here, graced, blessed, and served to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, and Srila Gurudev, Kum Kum Devi Rasi ki jai. And to each of you, jais for your devoted hearts, your continuing devotional practices. And now, as Rasamayi Pandita said, it's a new year, Gaurabda New Year. So wishing you a successful devotional new year.
Jai Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai.
Govinda Govinda. London Zoom ki jai. Govinda Govinda. Amra Ashti, yes, we got to go. We can see lots of faces. We can see lots of forms as well as names too just now. Yes, Jessica. Hare Krishna. Yes, Malati Priya, and she spoke very nicely on the Brazil Zoom recently too. Yes, Malati Priya. She was in India, first time to go on pilgrimage. Her heart was melted, is melted. All right, dear devotees, we're on our way. See you soon. Govinda Govinda.